welcome to episode 20 of What the Fact. This is Patricia.
Ashley.
This guy.
And
Stephanie.
This is why no one knows your name.
Because I keep saying this guy.
This guy.
Who's this
Well,
other
it's Ashley
third
and
voice?
This guy. Who's talking? So we are on episode 20. This is like if you celebrate Christmas, this is coming out right before Christmas. So Merry Christmas early.
In
Happy
the middle of
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Hey,
I'm looking out. Chinese girl looking out for the Jewish girl.
Hey,
Shot,
So I don't know what you say for Hanukkah. What is like a common greeting?
Hey, I just said it now.
That is
Not it.
That's just you saying Ayo.
with
With the
Hanukkah
accent. I think shalom or some shit. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hey-oh. I'm gonna do that for everybody. Hey-oh. Just whenever I enter a room and just
And
see
everyone's
if
like,
it
"What's she
catches
saying?"
on.
And they go, "She's Jewish."
She's got a cold.
But you watch someone who we find out one of our listeners has just started saying that, thinking it's just a Jewish phrase,
no.
and they're like, "Hey-oh."
Hey-oh.
And they're
All
like,
of
"I'm
a
trying to
sudden
be
there's
helpful and
attacked.
respectful to Jews." And they're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Whatever.
Oy, no. Oh, no.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, this is right before Christmas, so if you celebrate that, Merry Christmas as well. Our next episode is going to be right before. It's actually like New Year's Eve, I think, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. New
Yeah.
Year's Eve.
Crazy.
Eve of the year.
Eve of the
The New Year.
the Christian calendar, Roman calendar.
I'm really hopeful y'all are getting it. That's all I want from all
Getting
of our
it what?
listeners.
From whom?
Oh,
Where?
you know.
Getting
New
it.
Year's Eve.
It's New Year's. Get it.
I have many feelings about New Year's Eve parties, but
I'm
can
not
talk
saying a
about that
party.
later.
I'm just saying New Year's. You'd be by
Is that a
yourself. I
thing?
don't care.
Oh.
You supposed to get it on New Year's Eve? Because I've been miserable going at this for a while.
Oh no.
I've never kissed anybody on New Year's Eve.
I haven't in a little while. I'm not gonna lie. Not like a friend. Normally a girl who's drunk, who will just be with me on New Year's and is just trying to do what she wants to do. But in terms of like a real New Year's kiss, yeah, no, it's been a good while.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while just because I feel like New Year's Eve is, maybe we should talk about this during the New Year's Eve episode.
Probably.
But
We'll get
I
back
don't
to
know.
it.
New Year's Eve is just like so crazy. And I feel like all the parties are just like, if you decide to go out, it's costs a lot of money to go out. The bars are all full. You can't get any shared rides because they're all surging. Or you just like go to a house party, or you just stay home and you're like, whatever, I'll just do this.
Do you guys know what you're going to do this year for New Year's Eve?
I'm assuming it was that latter choice there of the house party.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be with my man's family celebrating.
In Canada.
In Canada.
Okay.
Hey.
You can share with us how they celebrate New Year's in Canada when you get back.
I think we've done that before, which is we fall asleep, we wake up right before midnight, we say Happy New Year.
Hey, I like the
New Year.
Happy
Canadians.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
It
Year.
got very Russian.
I tend to always get Russian. All right, so on to the pre-Christmas episode where we just talked about New Year's Eve.
No, but we
No, I'm
also
just
have
kidding.
some other things going on right now. Because Stephanie is getting some adult tooth work done.
Oh, my tooth work. Yeah, so I've always joked that I've always been the Miranda of Sex in the City. If you all don't know what that is, because you're too fucking young, and stop it.
Stop being so young. Age over
Get
9.
Grow
better.
the fuck
Be
up.
better. So
Okay, millennial.
I've always joked that I was Miranda, and I watched a couple episodes recently about. It was like the same episode that Charlotte married Trey, and she's 34. They kept saying 34 this, 34 that, 34 whatever. And then the next episode, Miranda gets adult braces, and I find out as I just turned 34 that I too need adult braces, and it's a little bit of a hard hit. Luckily, we are not in the mid-90s, and Invisalign is the thing, so nobody will see them, but I will always know.
Hey, at least if you get it now, like I heard when I was younger and you had braces, and if you were kissing someone, your braces would lock together.
Yeah, I've
That's
had
not
that happen.
true.
So-
That's not true.
I
hold
don't
up,
know. I
hold up,
wasn't
hold
dating
up.
anyone then.
I had braces for 6 years.
What? What?
I had
Oh.
braces for 5 years. I thought
Yeah.
I had a long
No,
time.
What?
6
I
years.
thought braces were only for like a 2-year
Uh-uh.
You're
thing.
supposed to, my
Nope.
dentist messed up my teeth, though.
Mine didn't realize I still had baby teeth.
What?
Yep.
Isn't that what X-rays are for?
You'd think.
Had he done teeth before?
Yeah, it was a mess. So I had them on, taking them off. Once my full adult teeth grew back, I had them again, and they were off by between 15 and 16.
Oh.
And so now my teeth are really, really good, but my bite is going off again as it just shit happens.
Mine too.
Whatever.
I'm afraid that my dentist is going to
Seriously,
say.
I mean,
"You get it."
I go twice a year, and thank God I do, and thank God I have the benefits that I do. But yeah, now I have to get Invisalign because, of course, I do at 34. Because of course I fucking do at 34. Have to get fucking adult braces.
You know, a lot of people are doing it though.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
uncommon.
it for anything other than they're like, oh yeah, your bite is super off and your gums are receding and welcome to being old.
Well,
Oh.
at
I'm
least
like, go fuck yourself. Fine, let's do this.
At least for the gum receding part, some people have to get like gums
Surgery?
grafted. Yeah,
I know that my
but
brother does.
it's from corpses.
Oh, so my brother had skin taken from the roof of his mouth and placed over his gums.
Yeah, this girl was telling me at one of my former jobs that this runs in her family, and they can only take like the gums or like the roof of your mouth off so many times, in which case they basically have to go to a dead corpse that's being donated and graft that to your mouth. So you literally have dead people in your mouth.
I really
Yeah.
want to donate part of my mouth to someone's mouth in the future.
Mouth on mouth action.
Yeah.
Mouth on mouth. I'm just gonna do whatever a dentist or orthodontist tells me to do. I'm sure it's likely in the right interest.
Unless you get a quack like I did in
I
Seattle.
do not have a quack. have a
I
great-
did.
Mine
I did.
is Harvard certified, which I guess means
What the fuck does
something.
that mean anyway? Sorry, not to
No,
dig on your-
no. So like, there's only so many like plaques on the wall, and I saw hers, and she was Harvard dentistry and one of the like leading Invisalign person of the country. So I was like,
Come to
"Alright,
find
I'll
out,
give you
Harvard is like the
something."
worst dental school in the world. They're like,
Oh,
everybody here is
shit.
really smart except for our dentist.
Unusual.
I'm just
Burn
kidding.
Patricia.
That'd be funny. I don't know that.
She'd be like, "That's funny, but it's true." Moving on, Harvard.
So anyway, happy holidays to all of you guys listening. Thank you for taking some time out of your time with, hopefully with family, to
and friends.
and friends.
Screw your
Or
family and friends. You got us.
like me, who doesn't really have much
We're
family.
here forever.
we're always here.
Or the family that you make.
Yes. We
the
hope
second
you guys,
family that you're hiding.
We hope you guys are having a good time with people that you love and care about at this time of year, and also able to have some time for yourself to enjoy a podcast like this. And also, if you are going to be around Ashley near the New Year's up in Canada, hello, because I might know you now.
Hello.
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 Hello to all my friends up there. Anyway,
Shalom.
Let's dive into questions. We have 3 questions. Today, Stephanie's going to start off with her question, and we're going to jump to
What's
Ashley.
my
and then
question?
me.
I'm so
Stephanie,
nervous.
You are first with your question.
Okay, this is Stephanie again.
Still
because
Stephanie.
I've been told I have to say my name more. I'm Stephanie. This is Stephanie.
Well,
Hello,
we should
this
be saying
is
each other's
Stephanie.
names as well. It's not just like, hi, this is Patricia.
Who is that? That's Stephanie?
Well, who the fuck is here?
Fucking Stephanie.
God damn it, Stephanie. Okay, so
Now you refer to yourself in the third person.
I just assume she needs to be told. Okay, so my question.
Yeah.
Stephanie's question.
Bring
this
it.
is Stephanie. Is if you could punch any celebrity in the face, who would it be and why? I don't know if you have responses. I have a response ready, which is weird because I normally have 0 responses because I don't know what I wrote.
I have 2 people.
Oh, do you want to go? You want
Then
me to
I'll
go?
let you
Who
guys
wants
choose
to-
which one I should do.
You should do both.
What?
You have 2 hands.
Do you want to do one? I do not then the other, and then you do again, or do? What
Well,
do you want
I
me
have
to
2
do?
people, and then you guys can tell me which one is more worthwhile punching.
Okay.
The first one is Taylor Swift.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice.
Interesting.
Why?
I
Okay.
feel like just from watching her over the years, I wasn't like I like her music, so I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that confused with who I think she is as a person. But I think she's a little bit of a drama queen, but she's also like better than everybody else kind of person, you know, that kind of personality, and I don't really appreciate that. I don't really care for that, so I'd really like to just give her a swift punch in the face.
Taylor Swift punch in the face.
Taylor Swift punch
Is
in
the
face.
second celebrity me?
Second one is what? Yes, my Z-list celebrity friend Ashley. No. I would never punch you in the face.
She's just like just in the heart.
I would just punch you in the heart with a
In the
knife.
back with my knife.
No, I think I'd really like to punch Roseanne Barr in the face.
Whoa.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Deserved.
She's It's really sad though what's happening to her. Her life has pretty much crumbled apart.
But I mean, there's certain people that's like, there's clearly an issue going on that nobody wants to address. Where like none of us will probably say Kanye West, but like Kanye West needs to be helped. And I feel like Roseanne Barr is on that level.
I would like to punch him in the face too. Yes,
but I don't want to punch him in the face because I think he doesn't understand, and I would never hurt anybody who literally didn't understand.
Yeah, why
what's happening, and he does not. Understand. There is a mental blocker happening.
Fair.
And he needs to seek help.
That's fair. So among my two though, who would you suggest? Roseanne?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
She annoys me. She
annoys me too.
So fake and such a commercialized personality, and she seems really mean to other people. Like there's this whole idea that she's like girl empowerment, but really what it comes off to me is like a mean girls group who like are mean to other girls, and I don't like that.
Okay. I agree and disagree. I agree that she could be a little bit of a mean girl, but I disagree in the fact that she does dole out her money for good.
So what? Just because you do 10 Hail Marys doesn't make you a good person. I mean, come on.
She's a better person than Roseanne Barr.
I'm not comparing them. I'm just comparing good people to, like, not great people.
But here's my thought around this, though. Like, I feel like Roseanne Barr is already kind of a lost cause. Like, Taylor Swift would be a punch.
But she had a chance to be good again, and she fucked it up. Where Taylor Swift is like, yeah, I'm a little bit of an annoying early 20s. Whatever, I think I am better than anybody else, but I have an ability to make a change. Yeah. And she makes that change at the same time, probably talks shit about other people. I don't fucking care what you think because nobody else does. It matters to me what you spend your money on, and you're giving a lot of money to things that matters, where Roseanne Barr is like,
but where
I'm
you
going
spend
to say terrible.
The fact that someone donates or where they donate or how much they donate doesn't
it does when they also kind of back it up in the limelight.
How?
She does music that is very much like equal opportunity, has messaging that's like, I am for everybody unless you are.
Is that altruistic though? Or does she know how to make money? Like, here's the thing. If you donate money, that to me does not make you a good person. Like, it honestly, most of the times people who make that much money are told by their personal accountants that they will have like tax write-offs due to their charity. So like, I can't believe that if someone donates money, that automatically puts them into the nice list pile that we talked about.
I don't disagree with you. I just think she doesn't outwardly say where her money's going, and people have just found it out. And so there's certain things where she gives like $10,000 for like one of her old backup dancers that like got hurt. Things like that, where she doesn't outwardly say this is where my money is going. She's like, I'm going to release a ridiculous song, or I'm going to have all the members of Queer. I'm going to have Billy Porter. I'm going to have whomever in it, basically saying like, oh, you're not cool with LGBTQ. Well, go fuck off. And things about that makes me okay. And then she just happens to submit a bunch of money that she doesn't outwardly portray. Where then you have Roseanne Barr, who's just like,
outwardly racist.
Outwardly a problem.
Yeah.
Of the two, I'm going to go with I'd rather punch Roseanne Barr over Taylor Swift. Doesn't mean that Taylor Swift is the number one humanitarian of my mind. I'm just saying of the two.
I'd have more fun punching Taylor Swift, though.
I wouldn't. I would not. I feel like
she's
so
tall
on
that
my
I'd be
side,
like,
just in
let
case.
me stand on the stool first. Come on over here.
Honestly, I still stand with my
Taylor.
choice. Taylor, yeah. I mean, here's
Do
the
it.
thing. You have someone who's outwardly just like terrible, like Roseanne, and then you have someone secretly who's terrible. I don't know. I mean, it's sort of a toss-up. Like, would I rather know someone's a terrible human being because they say it to my face? Absolutely. Than someone who's faking it. 10 times out of 10. So,
fair.
I don't know. How about you? What do you feel? Like, final conclusion.
Both of your lists. So.
I'd rather punch Taylor Swift in the face, but I think Roseanne deserves it more, probably.
I think you're right. She does deserve some serious help. There's actually, I watched some sort of, I can't remember what show where they're interviewing her, and it's like her decline of just like everything. I don't know. I mean, it's actually just quite sad.
That's
like the breaking
that's
down
one
of a
thing I feel
human.
bad, kind of. I'm like, she's like a lost cause now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
just
yeah,
deal
yeah.
with it. Anyway, I feel really bad for giving those answers. I'm like, I don't gotta ever punch anybody, but if I were to, it would be that.
Do you have a
Steph,
response?
no, you go first.
Okay. I've had the same response for many years now. The person I've chosen is Daniel Tosh.
Oh yes, please punch him in the face for me.
Daniel Tosh.
He is a misogynistic a-hole.
But
Tosh
the thing
2.
is he may not be as bad as he leads on.
Wait, who is this
yes,
person?
he is Tosh.0.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
Tosh
was
Point.
Tosh
Okay,
2.0,
I just
yeah.
want to make sure.
So he can be very, very funny. I do enjoy his show. I do watch his show. He is kind of a terrible person. I think he plays it up, and I feel like he needs a good kick in the ass and a punch in the face.
That's pretty good.
So that's who I
That's
chose because
super.
I
Okay.
do watch him. I do enjoy him, but there are moments where like, yeah, you deserve to be punched in this moment, and you will see that as a learning experience as opposed to just like, why did this happen? It's like you know,
Yeah.
you are very much aware that you
Yeah.
kind of suck, and you'd probably welcome it, and it would become like a sketch on the show at some point because he, for the last like 3 years, he's like, why is my show still on the air? So he's just making it more and more ridiculous, which is like, I appreciate that a little bit. But yeah,
I
so
backed you up for that one.
that's who I chose.
I
I
don't-
actually did have this conversation with one of my closest friends
Yeah.
who, her birthday is 3 days after me. And so I asked her the same question. And her response was, Dane Cook. Which
He's
I
been-
also
he's
understand,
been
but I
away.
told her that I don't think he would get it.
He's been out of the limelight for a long time.
No, but so he still does stand up, but he still dates like 16-year-olds and he thinks it's
Ew.
okay.
That's one
And so
thing.
that's my reasoning to her of like, I understand you want to punch him in the face. To him, that's probably some form of shitty foreplay.
I subscribe to
And-
a subreddit called We Hate Drake,
Exactly.
but for similar reasons because
Yeah.
he's always trying to date or like
Yeah,
hit on
and,
these
like,
young girls.
he
Gross.
doesn't get it, right? I feel like
Yeah.
why I chose Daniel Tosh is because he would understand. He's never had an actual consequence, but he knows right from wrong. Where I'm unsure if Dane Cook does.
Mm.
I really don't know if he does, and that's how I feel a little bit about Roseanne Barr right now too. It's like I don't think they know.
Yeah,
Where Taylor Swift, I think, understands.
and plays it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
My voice
that's
is
my
annoying.
response.
That's a good response.
Daniel Tosh, if I could punch you in the face, I would. It's out of love. But
Actually,
you also deserve
Yeah.
it.
So you inspired a new response.
Mm.
This person is on the Great British Bake Off. It's Paul Hollywood.
Oh, what the fuck? I love him.
He's the fucking worst.
is he the one with the weird haircut?
He looks like
With the eyes that can see through your soul.
Yeah, he has like white hair. He's only like male judge. Now he, I think, is the executive producer of the show or
Is
something
he?
like that. Yeah, and he kicked off like Mary Berry or whatever
Wait,
Berry,
he's
whatever
the
the fuck
one
her-
who got rid of Mary Berry.
Well, I think he moved it to
Who's
a
the one who
different-
got rid of Sue? Whoever got rid of Sue,
I
I
mean,
will personally punch him. in the
Yeah,
face.
I think yes.
This is Paul Hollywood. I'm trying to picture him.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's him. That's him. And the reason why I would punch him in the throat is
Yep.
because so I used to really like the Great British Bake Off with the original sort of judging cast.
Yeah.
And every episode you could tell which woman on the show he liked. They could bake anything that was like very plain and he'd be like, "This is so delightful, so amazing." And every time I would say to my man, I know which woman he's going to choose. I know exactly which one he's going to target. And it's like you can just tell how disgusting he is. Every single episode. It's
I never
so
saw
clear.
that.
It's always the same. It's always the damsel in distress who's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't bake very well. Don't judge me that hard." And he's like, "Don't worry, sweetheart. You're amazing. And I'm going to
I've never-
fondle you later."
What? I
And-
never saw that. I always
Bro,
thought
there's
he picked
so
men.
there are so many articles with him, and in fact, he also supposedly, don't know if it's validated, had a slight little affair situation with one of the bakers who I 100% knew that he was going to do that because she was fully made up, and she was just always like, "Oh, Paul, blah blah blah." So I think he's disgusting.
You're breaking Stephanie with this news, by the way.
I mean, the truth hurts, my friend, and he sucks, and I think he needs
Is
to
Sue
be.
okay? That's all I care about.
I don't know, actually.
She has her own podcast. I think we should listen to it because she's the best.
Well, look, I'm not going to say I love Mary Berry, whatever her name is, because she didn't like any ethnic flavors outside of her small circle of like British flavors. Like she's like, "Matcha's disgusting." And I was like, "Get over it. It's called Japan." So, you know, and she has her own faults of like delusions of, I think, of where she's from and not being open to other flavors and opening her palate. But yeah, Paul Hollywood is just straight up like disgusting. So
Fair.
I would punch him in the throat because I think his judgment on the contestants in the show is not fair. And he allows his personal, like, you know, like favoritism run through the the values of the show.
It's a good reason. These are all good answers. So we did have. I met with someone last week who wanted us to ask this question, but in a different way. Their question they wanted us to discuss was, if you could kill a celebrity, who would it be? But this is a little bit more gentle.
Can I kill and replace the soul where the person never really died, but like it'd be pretty funny?
No, I think like if you punch somebody, they can reflect afterwards to be like, oh, why was that? So you have a chance to tell them why you punched them. But if you kill them, they're just like gone. You like don't get to help them become a better person.
Okay, Mel Gibson
Whoa, that was real fast. Is it because he's just super anti-Semitic?
and the anti-women,
Fair.
but like I enjoy him as an actor, and I think he could do good. He just needs to stop being terrible.
Mm-hmm.
True, like Tom
So
Cruise.
I'd like kill him, but then I love Tom Cruise. He's insane, but I love him.
Fair.
So yeah, Mel Gibson, because like stop being anti-Semitic, stop being terrible, continue being a good actor, and like stop.
Fair.
Be you, be Lethal Weapon you.
Be
That's,
Lethal
that's
Weapon.
everybody wants you to
Lay your
be.
best
Be
self.
Mad Max you. Like we all loved you then. Continue being that great because
who?
you were great. Mel Gibson, he was in
Oh.
Mad Max.
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, he was in Mad Max 2.
I haven't seen every movie you're
Thunderdome.
gonna talk about.
Oh, the originals. Oh my God, so good, so good. And then all the Lethal Weapons. He's wonderful.
never
He's
saw
a
those
great
either.
actor.
You never saw Lethal Weapon?
No.
Oh
you
my
son of
god!
a- oh,
Have you seen Beverly
Hey.
Beverly Cops, or what is it?
Beverly Hill Cops?
Yeah, Beverly Hill Cops.
What's the
That's-
movie you like?
no.
Because do you like parody? Because Loaded Weapon. Is
Oh my
really-
god, Leslie Gunn.
Oh my god!
that
No,
right?
no, no, no.
Leslie
It's
Nielsen?
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
But no, this
shit.
one is Emilio Estevez in Loaded Weapon. It's like a National Lampoon's. It's
I do have to say, like, Top Secret is one of my
so
favorite
Top
movies of all
Secret
time.
is Val Kilmer.
It's
Fantastic.
Val Kilmer is so hot in that movie.
Fantastic. Yes.
I feel
Top
like
Secret,
you,
so good.
you may have missed some shows from the 90s during your
My sheltered life.
Oh,
maybe.
Yes. I was very sheltered throughout the 90s. I wasn't allowed to go to most movies. So, like, I missed out on good music. I missed out on, like, my friends are going to a Fleetwood Mac concert the other day, and I was like, I don't know any of their songs.
Whoa.
Fleetwood Mac or Fleet Mac Wood?
Fleetwood Mac what?
Fleet Mac Wood is like it's a very big gay, I think, transsexual group.
don't
And
think
Yeah,
it's
I don't
that
think that'd
one.
be the one that I'd be following.
I
anyway.
mean that would make more sense.
But I do know, like, Landslide, but I know Landslide from the Dixie Chicks and not from Fleetwood Mac. So,
I've
like,
got all the best Fleetwood Mac ready on my phone when you're ready.
all right. But
We
I was
don't have the
looking at-
licensing to do it now.
because he was so excited to go to the concert, and as were people around us, and I was like, well, that's great, but
Oh my god.
I would not
Wait.
know their songs.
Police Academy, right? Was during that same time?
Police Academy
Have you
was around
seen
that
Police
time.
Academy?
I've
Steve
seen,
Gutenberg, right?
Clips of it, just to hear the guy who made the sounds.
Yes.
But I haven't seen the movie, no.
Oh my gosh. it's
Oh
so,
my god.
So that was all the movies we're naming are basically during that classic period in the 90s, yeah?
yeah.
I missed out on the majority of those. I did see Jurassic Park.
That's
That's
not
later.
this
That's much
movies.
later.
That's not this movie.
English. That's not movies this
Very
now.
different. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about parody movies. Jurassic Park is not one of those.
Beverly Hill Cops is really good. That means, have you seen Coming to America?
No.
Eddie Murphy. Classic. Oh, I think
just
we
haven't
do.
Have
really
you
seen many
seen?
movies.
Oh my
She's
god!
going to say
Growing up in South Central while drinking gin and juice in the hood. What is
Friday?
that called?
Friday.
So they made a parody of that, and it's really, really wonderful. It's that movie of like drinking gin and juice in the hood while South Central something or
I
other.
feel like
It's really good.
you're not a movie person, but maybe we should give you some options. That's like literally my
This should
childhood
be
of
our
movies.
our Christmas vacation.
Oh, we create a list of
we'll
holiday
start
movies
with
to
Christmas
catch up
Vacation.
on.
Oh man,
That's
I just
really good.
I just have a hard time like watching movies now.
Why? Is
Ay,
it the
ay,
amount
ay.
of time?
Yeah, it's like I'd rather be doing something else with
That's
my
fair.
time.
That's fair.
I did watch Big the other day though.
I mean, everybody, he's a national treasure, but still.
And Elizabeth
I love-
Perkins was in there.
I love Tom Hanks. What a
Yeah,
great
Big,
guy.
Big was a good movie until you get to the underlining factor. Like, oh, he went from of age to underage.
Yep,
we're
and
just
she was
okay
like,
with it.
"See ya." She's like, "Maybe you should hang on to my number," and I was like, "That's a little creepy."
Mildly creepy.
But I don't really care to watch movies unless I'm doing something on the computer already, and I'll put it on the second screen. I'm
We
not a
are
big movie
literally
person.
the opposite people.
It's hard for me to even like pay to go see a movie because I'm like halfway through a movie, I'm just like, what am I doing here? And I'm like, I want to go do something else. It's rare, but I will watch movies on an airplane because I have nothing else to do and I can't
true, you're
help myself.
forced.
So I watch most of my movies now on airplanes.
Okay.
I
So
spend the
United-
entirety of my day just watching movies.
United is pretty much teaching me about movies right
I
now.
watch all the movies, always, all the time.
Interesting. Who would you kill as a
Kill?
celebrity? Yeah, you're the one who asked.
Your
You
fucking
asked-
question.
You
Who would you
asked
kill?
like you're shocked. I would never say that. Oh goodness,
Clutching my pearls.
fancy face.
My pearls are right here. I can bring them out for you. If you
She's
want.
like, my pearls are best for choking.
Oh.
Not in a weird way, in a killing
How is
way.
that not in a weird way?
I guess murdering is sort of weird, huh?
Murder.
Patricia in the family room with the pearls.
Yeah, she's like, come over, family, and it's just a bunch of skulls.
What? So maybe I think if I this is so bad. If I were to murder a celebrity, it might be Drake.
Ooh, I don't know much about Drake. What is he? So he seeks young women.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I've read up about quite
Okay.
a bit, and like, especially like he's also like flirting with Millie Bobby Brown and all that kind of stuff. Like there are a lot of memes out there now. Like when she's wearing clothing that's very covered, people are always like, "Oh, it's so Drake doesn't hit on her again." So like I don't know. I can't. I know that we set these arbitrary ages or whatever. We set these ages like 18 is like the cutoff line, right? But still, like if you can't follow those, you can't tame yourself enough to follow those rules. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who would you kill?
I don't really like murdering people.
What, really?
But
That's weird.
if I had to on a Sunday afternoon, it would probably be R. Kelly. He's a pretty terrible human.
Fair.
I mean, it's really sad because he's actually an amazing musician,
Yeah.
but he's just a terrible human.
I fucking love Remix to Ignition, and I hate that he's singing.
Yeah, but you know what? He
Yeah.
has so many hits, and it's just sad because it's like the mind of the artist, but a mind of a pedophile sexual predator. It's like
Yeah.
really terrible.
Maybe if you're really talented in one part of your mind, it like pulls away from another part of your mind.
Or maybe maybe it opens other parts of your mind that you know. I don't know. I mean,
like if you get this, if you had believed in a creator and you said, I want to be this talented in this place, they say, well, if you get that, then B happens. If A, then B.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. But
Yeah, I don't
they can't
know.
control it then.
I mean,
don't
he's
know.
terrible. He's terrible. So
I would not
don't.
replace any of A to be a pedophile. I mean, that was your question.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, you're right. But you know what? Scary. I bet some people would because some people
I-
are just uber selfish.
I would
and-
not. I'd rather
Yeah.
be this ridiculous human self of my own, and that's it. Call
So
it a day.
while we're on this holiday cheer, let's
So
move on
cheery.
to question 2.
Question 2.
My question along the lines of
Who are
this,
you though?
This is Ashley.
Oh, good to know.
Thank
Hey.
you for welcoming
Hi,
me to
Ashley.
the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Ashley. Welcome to Delicious Dish.
What about those balls?
Sweaty. Damn sweaty.
My question is, what is the worst gift you have ever received for this holiday, as we're here during the holiday season?
I have a quick story about mine. So back when I was in like grade school, almost junior high, so like imagine 12 years old, right? That was when khakis started becoming like really cool to wear. And so everybody was getting khakis and they're like just not jeans basically. And I was so happy that I wanted some khakis and I kept telling my mom like, Mom, I want a pair of khakis for Christmas. I want to have some khakis. In my family, like we weren't very wealthy, so like it was a lot to buy new clothes when it wasn't like the time of year to buy new clothes for school. So I was just begging for a pair of khakis. And so my parents were like, let's get a pair of khakis. Like they were trying to be so helpful for, give me some khakis. Christmas Day, I open up my present and it's a pair of like green fatigue color pants and not like the tan khakis like you expect. But my mom goes, oh, they're khaki. They're green khakis, but they're khaki. And I was like, thank you. And I was so disappointed. And it was the hardest time for me ever to act like I was getting something that I wanted for Christmas. And I wore those pants like one time. And I was so just sad about life that I didn't get the khakis I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
'Cause I know that they worked hard to get them for me, but I was so upset.
so now all your bed sheets are khakis, huh?
Don't tell everybody. Everything I own is just a khaki outfit, a khaki jumpsuit.
Because of that experience, every fabric in her house is khaki.
God, now I can't stand khakis though, because I lived in Georgia for grad school, and everything that guys wore there were like either khakis pants or short khakis.
Were they
shorts.
pleated? Pleated
Not-
khakis? Like
old,
dad
old
khakis?
men's were.
Oh,
Old men
boy.
khakis were.
Oh yeah.
But now I love a man in a good pair of jeans, so or gray sweatpants.
Fitting pair of jeans.
With the skinny jeans, how do y'all feel about that?
I
Men
don't
in
mind
skinny
those.
jeans.
If they wear them well, they wear them well.
Yep.
Why do jeans have to be so tight nowadays
I
on
don't
men
care what
and
you
women?
do. I don't care what you do.
I don't know,
I
I
wear
think
tight jeans.
Women's jeans
I
though
don't
can be
think
tight,
so.
but they're stretchy usually, so they're
Oh
comfy.
yeah, versus men. I don't know if they're stretchy or not.
I don't know. I've never worn a pair. Tell us
I'm
men
fine
are they
with it.
stretchy. But I don't like khakis on men now because I was so inundated with men in khakis when I was in grad school. And the first time I saw a guy wearing jeans in Georgia, I was immediately attracted to him. So I was like, this is all I've wanted. Please, just come here. Come dance up on this girl.
Oh, boy.
wow. Hi.
I just love jeans now because of that. And I can't handle guys in khakis.
I don't mind khakis. They can look good.
I'm sure they can.
I mean, colored khaki is good too.
Yeah.
Like I like the colored pant game for guys nowadays.
Yeah. I like wearing colored pants.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pair of pink pants that I wear like once a week, if not more.
Love it. Love
Okay,
it.
Steph, what about you? Worst gift ever?
Oh God. Okay. So we all know my dad listens to this, but I don't think my mom actually does. She just hears the relayed message from my dad.
So Mel, don't tell.
Sorry.
Snitches
Sorry.
get stitches.
So I'm actually not a big fan of gifts. I don't like being gifted things because most people don't gift me things I actually want.
Yeah.
That's just what they think I want.
I've been doing everything wrong. Except food.
Food is always solid. Food, dinners of any kind, you will always win that game. Always. I prefer if you feel so desired to give me a gift, don't. But if you had to, gift card at most. Otherwise, don't.
What
I
about
appreciate
liquor?
food more than anything else.
And
Liquor
alcohol?
falls under that.
Yeah.
too.
Liquor also great. Yeah, I had a friend come over the other day and she brought me a small thing of Tito's. I'm like, oh my God, this is one of the best gifts I've been given this birthday. It's fantastic. Always yes on food, always yes on liquor. But actual things, not so much.
But what about
So-
your worst gift though?
So I'm gonna call that out right now. Sorry, Mom. This is because of my mother.
Mom, this is for you.
This is
I watch my mom too.
this is for you. So my mother has a tendency to buy a lot of things and then not return them and instead put them in a box and gift them to me later.
I love the regifting of her own things.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Vivian.
Uh-huh. So
Vivian.
one, I think it was like
Vivian.
3 years ago, she gifted me a box of like 5 to 7 dresses, but they were all not good dresses. They were terrible, cheap Amazon dresses, not like Amazon fulfilled dresses, like third party, way out wherever Amazon dresses.
Oh.
And they were not great. I tried to wear one to an occasion at some point, and it was just they were just so cheap. They were so bad, and I couldn't. I salvaged as much as I could, but I couldn't, and they all went.
That's
to
not a horrible
Goodwill.
gift though. That's okay.
I would say re-gifting me things that didn't work for you is a pretty bad.
That's a
gift.
bad way of
So
going about
don't
it, yeah.
don't
I think
don't
it's-
do that. Just don't, one, buy them for yourself, or two, if they don't work for you, don't try to throw them to somebody else.
donate them.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
being said, I've also been gifted like things that were great but weren't great for me that I would try to give to somebody else, and then they attempted to regift.
Yeah.
And that
Mm.
also sucks. Don't
Fair.
regift shit that I've given to you because you asked for it, and then you give them to somebody else, and then don't fucking ask for it for me.
Yeah, Moira.
Moira.
I don't know who
Schitt's
Moira
Creek
is.
really
I just
good.
made that up.
Okay.
Also, it's in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
That's the mother in Schitt's Creek.
It's a great name.
So good, Moira.
My worst gift. I don't know if I've actually mentioned it on the pod. I've probably told y'all, but call me out if I have. I dated this guy a long time ago, and on Valentine's Day we exchanged gifts. I think the idea of giving gifts is more of the intent and the thoughtfulness behind
Uh-huh.
the gift versus like the gift itself.
Yeah.
And I actually really like giving gifts or experiences because it gives me a moment to think about like, what would this person like?
Well, I
And-
like receiving them, so we can work together on this.
So in this case, this ex-boyfriend on Valentine's Day, I thought of a really cute date. I made pizza from scratch. You know, I got his favorite beer from this very small like wine shop in the middle of fucking nowhere. And he in turn, he didn't live close by, and so he gave me a like, this is before FaceTime, like a webcam adapter to put on my laptop so we could chat more when we weren't together.
Aw.
And then he also gave me a pair of earrings with his birthstone in them.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was one of the most fucking conceited things I've ever received.
Wow.
Because not only is it like, I own you, girl, but it's literally like, I have no idea what you like at all. So I think you're just like one of those girls who likes jewelry, which I do not like to be gifted that type of stuff. I can
No.
buy my own jewelry and I have my own style.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you to buy me jewelry. And frankly, what that tells me is that you don't know anything and you decide to choose a easy thing to give me because you have no fucking idea and it was thoughtless.
But the webcam thing, I think, is really cute.
Yeah, but I probably should have broken up with him a long time ago.
Are you still dating him now that you're married?
Well, no. And by gift, this happened like 2 weeks ago. No, I'm definitely not. Actually, this was a friend of a friend. The original friend who introduced us later on after we broke up told me, he was like, yeah, he's sort of a jerk. I'm not really, I probably should have told you that. And I was like, come on, man. You should have told me that before we started dating so I didn't waste time.
Oh.
But yeah, so I thought that was like really thoughtless, really selfish. Yeah, and it's just the intent of the gift, sort of like what you were talking about before. It's like, where did your intention of the gift come from? If it's not like truly altruistic for that other person, then don't give a gift.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Agreed. That's a great question, though.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
That's a good question.
Let's,
All right.
let's go into question 3.
Let's go to question 3. It's my question.
The third.
So this is a question so we have a secret episode that we recorded one time, but we never released.
Nobody needs to hear it.
Because
It unleashes demons.
We
It
started
unleashes
speaking
demons.
in tongues.
we may release it someday
Demons.
on our DVD with some behind the scenes things. Just kidding.
Behind the scenes is just a black screen.
It should be just us watching or listening to it, but you see the video of us being like, oh,
Cringing.
Oh, no,
Cringing.
no,
It is
no.
probably the worst episode that we've ever recorded.
Yes,
So
yes.
it remains in the archives and it will forever remain there. However,
The Chamber of Secrets.
but there's one question from that I really loved. This was our first listeners episode, so it was questions from listeners. We just really failed at that episode. I don't know what was going on. As demons were in us. But one question
Totally
that was
demons.
submitted from Bailey was this question, and I love it, so I want to ask it again because I think it's a good question for us to discuss again. The question is, who would play you? It's a two-part question. Sorry. The first part is, who would play you in a movie about your life? The second part of this is, how would they prepare for the role? What would be their getting into character kind of preparation?
Should we do who is most similar to us or who we would
I mean,
want
there's
to
there's
play
who
us?
would play us, and then who would actually
So
play us?
my answer for reference sake is going to be one who I think would play me well.
Okay.
Go for it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
first.
go for it.
So I think for me, a lot of my characteristics are that I'm pretty funny, and I feel like I make people laugh, and I also bring people to ease. I make them have fun.
Yep.
So I think I would really like to have Melissa McCarthy play me because I think she'd be really funny.
Yes.
And because she can pull off a serious character, but also a very funny character at the same time. And I say about 90% of my responses in real life are just me being funny. So I think she'd do a good job with that. To be part of me though, I like to not be part of me. That's weird.
How does she prepare?
To prepare to play me, I think she would, either stand up and give a speech to people or walk into a bunch of group of my friends. It's really lame, but also she'd play some video games first to get into that mental state of inner rage, and also inner rage is probably the best way to say it, I guess.
Fair
I
enough.
want to see
Fair
this
enough.
inner rage. I've never seen it before.
That's because we don't know it.
Is this the 1% naughty list that you just rage out at people while you're playing games with them and you're like, fuck yo, and the kid's like, I'm 13.
You're well, then fuck your mom too.
I just killed your dad.
Oh,
It's like, what?
sorry,
Last night in
rough.
bed.
You were Never mind, I had to cut myself
Super
off.
rough.
That's inner rage in you.
Yeah, that's the inner rage.
But I feel I do, when I come home at nights, I play video games then too, or I'll play VR, or just big video games online. So I think that's how she would prepare to play me. But I think she'd probably be the best actress to play me in a movie about that myself.
Fair enough.
How about you, Steph?
So there's who I think would play me, and there's who I'd want to play me.
Okay.
So I've been told I look and sound like Laura Prepon.
Yes, 100%.
So, ultimately that would make a lot of sense.
And she's from like Orange is the New Black, that 70s show.
That 70s show, yeah.
Yeah.
Donna from that 70s show. I look and sound like her. I get it. There's who I'd want to be when I grow up, and that's who I would hope would play me in a movie someday. And that's Natasha Lyonne.
Natasha.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
She's got the best hair. She's also in Orange is the New Black.
She is in
And
Orange is the New
Dollhouse.
Black.
She's beautiful
Not
hair.
Dollhouse. What was that show?
Russian Doll.
Russian Doll.
She's so good.
She was
She's
in
so
Clueless
incredible.
too, right?
She's so funny.
No, she was in American Pie. Sorry.
American Pie,
I
she's not
confused.
Clueless. Yeah,
bad.
she's wonderful. She's fantastic. I don't think there would take a lot for her to prepare to be me.
I could see her playing you.
Yeah, she just needs to be her with a decent amount of alcohol, which I think is what she would do anyway.
You know what though? I could almost see her playing you more than Laura Prepon playing you.
So I
Yeah.
look and sound like Laura Prepon, but I act and am Natasha
Yeah,
Lyonne.
exactly.
I have assumed her body, and I'm her now.
Okay, single white
And
female, someone
this
else.
is what it is, and that's why my hair just keeps getting a little bit more intense. Yeah, that's who I want to be and who I hope to be in my future.
I could see that.
I
So
feel-
that's what. Wait,
I've been holding in my giggles
Oh, do it,
because
do it, do
I
it,
feel
do
like
it.
the male version who would play you would be Bob Saget.
What?
Could I be so lucky? Could I
don't
be
get
so
that.
lucky? I see it. I already see it.
100%.
I already see it. So he's like really nice and sweet in Full House, but his actual stand-up is dirty, raunchy,
Yes.
ridiculous.
I only know him from that.
Oh,
and from
no.
Funniest to
Bob
Videos or whatever.
Saget is a treasure.
Okay.
Both his clean and dirty version.
Okay.
I love Bob
I'll
Saget.
have to
Thank
investigate
you.
that dirty
Thank
part.
you, Ashley, for saying that.
You're
I am
welcome, Stephanie.
very appreciative of the male version of me being Bob Saget.
And I have a feeling for
Thank you.
yours. This is Ashley. Patricia, your male counterpart would be. And let me find him.
Is it
It
going
would
to be Bound Falcone? Because it should be.
No,
That's
it's gonna be
Melissa-
mouthfeel.
Oh, is it Melissa
Who?
McCarthy's husband?
It is Charles. Is it what's
Is it
his?
Boyle?
It's Boyle from
Oh,
Brooklyn Nine
Shut
Nine.
your face! I want to be Boyle. I want to be Boyle.
I'm sorry, you're
What?
too dirty.
God damn it!
You're too knowingly dirty. She's dirty, but unknowingly
Take
dirty.
this
No,
gift,
I-
Patricia. Take the gift.
I know that I am.
Take-
dirty.
Yeah, but
Yes.
sometimes you say stuff, and I'm like, it comes off so innocent.
Well,
I know, but
and
I
that's
know
why
what
you're
I'm doing.
Charles Boyle.
I know what I'm doing.
Motherfuckers.
But Boyle is an amazing character.
The
Yeah, he
best
is.
character. That's
And
who anybody wants to be.
He's so nice, and
I do
everyone
enjoy him.
loves
I do
him.
enjoy him.
He's
yes.
the best.
What's
definitely
his
Boyle.
name in real life though?
Jolo Trulio.
Oh, yeah, Jello Chilio. Yeah,
He's great.
He's
I like
so
him.
cute.
He's so fucking cute.
Okay.
but
I
he
love
reminds me like a
him.
Mr. Bean.
I love
no,
him so much. No, he's not
he
Mr.
is
Bean.
not.
He's who I want to be in any Brooklyn Nine-Nine character. I love Andy Samberg, but I would be Boyle.
But I could see him playing me as well.
Oh my god,
yeah,
so good.
he's great.
so good.
What the
Ashley.
fuck is this?
He's so good. I love
Okay.
him so much.
Who would play
For
you?
mine, I would hope that'd be Maya Rudolph.
Yes, I could see nobody else playing you.
I love Maya Rudolph. She's sort of awkward. She's very like fast in her words.
Yep.
I think she calls shit out as it is.
Yep.
For her to prep to live my lifestyle, I would love to do experiences with her, like making cheese with her, milking cows with her. I think it'd be a hoot. Like, I think we'd become friends
Yeah.
or
I think-
mortal enemies.
But when I see Maya Rudolph now that I've gotten to know you better, I see you. I see you guys both together. Like I see. You guys.
see
She's
a
part of the crew that I want to be infiltrated into,
You know,
so I'm into it.
I could see a B slide like takeout roll of us prepping my life together, and it's us like milking cows and like squeezing the milk in each other's face from the udders
Oh, no.
with a
Oh my
slow
God.
motion of like a Sarah McLachlan song.
In
I just
the
see it-
arms of
Yeah.
an angel.
As you're just uttering her face.
Yeah, we're slowly like squeezing milk from the udders at each other, like slow motion, like whipping our
That
hair
sounds like
back.
a sex dream that you had.
But can you see it?
Yeah.
I think so. So yeah, she's definitely who I would love to play me. I would love Morgan Freeman to narrate my life.
Oh boy.
Well, who wouldn't want
Okay,
that?
all
That's
I
right.
mean, true.
He's a national treasure.
He is a national treasure.
Yeah.
I love him. He's
So,
hilarious.
Stephanie, you never answered the second part of your question. Like, what would they do to prepare to play you?
Oh, they just have to be disappointed much of their time.
Oh, I would think that they just have to go out to drinks with you all the time.
Just go to drinks with me. hope to like
Flip your
just anything.
toenails
Like
together.
this seems like a sure deal. It's not. It's not. And I've been clubbed in the knees. This seems unfortunate.
What?
That's how it would work. Like you'd think it was a sure deal, and then all of a sudden something
Fair.
really hits you from behind your knees, and that's how you pretend to be me. Go into a really sad bar and drink too much and just see how it goes.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's not what I do, but I think that's how you can prepare very quickly.
So then let's think of Melissa McCarthy, Natasha, what's your last name?
Leon.
And Maya Rudolph in a movie together. Would that work?
I think that already exists.
No, if it does,
I'm just
I'll watch
assuming
it.
it exists.
Well, would our male? So I think it could.
I think it could.
Maya Rudolph and Melissa are already friends.
Yeah. And Natasha
So-
Lyonne's funny.
Yeah.
So
she'd
this
get
is where it
along.
gets difficult. Let me explain. Her man right now is somebody that I don't know
is it?
if we're supposed to like or not. Fred Armisen.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
I
Fred
remember you
Armisen.
telling me this.
Why don't
We
we
like
like
him because apparently he was mean to
The
what's her
girl
name?
from Mad Men.
yeah, from Mad Men.
Is it Mad? No.
Moss, something Moss.
Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
Elizabeth Moss. He
Oh.
was mean to her
Why though?
But no one.
because I don't know, and I don't know what's truth, what's not.
Huh.
So
But Natasha's dating Fred Armisen?
yes,
That's an odd couple.
is it?
Yeah.
That's what I would date. Fits for me.
Fair.
So I don't know if we're gonna assume, let's remove the whole Elizabeth Moss thing, then it works out and great, and then Fred Armisen should also play me.
Ooh,
He's
true.
also part of the group that I want to infiltrate.
What if they're
True.
just, you know how they have like those vignette movies or like Valentine's Day? Remember that movie?
Yes,
It was like these little vignette stories.
Yes.
But what if it's like a whole movie about your life, but all these different actors play you?
I love that. That's a really great idea.
Well, have you
actually.
seen the Modern Love on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's so
my
good.
God. So of course my brother knows somebody who actually submitted one of the stories, the one who got his arm cut and was in the.
Yeah,
He actually knew him.
What?
He freaking knew the guy who actually
Really?
was a part of. Like he was the one who submitted the story. He's the one who actually had it happen.
That's
Because of
interesting.
course he fucking does. Because
Mm.
of fucking course. Anyways, that's how I see the majority of my life is just like a complete like misconnections meets modern romance meets maybe Fred Armisen is mean to somebody, and that's how you prepare for my life.
Cribs. Welcome to my home.
Welcome to my crib.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
So, what male character would play my life, and then would the three of our male characters could they hang?
Oh my god.
Male character play.
Who
What
do,
male
okay.
actor?
Who do you want versus who do you
I don't
think?
know. I don't even know.
Because if it was who do I want, I still want one of my favorite top 5 celebrity males
Hmm.
is JC Mantzoukas. And I want him to be me. But I don't think he could because
I
he's
don't-
Greek and I'm not Greek.
I don't think
But
that
I
matters.
think he would do really
This is a
well.
hypothetical situation.
I think but his like ridiculousness and his like loud cackling, but his actual like normal, calm, very smart nature, I think he would do well to be you.
Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a very high compliment.
I
from you.
know.
So I very much appreciate that.
I know.
I don't know if I agree with it, but I take the compliment.
He's incredible.
He is ridiculous. I love it.
I love him so much. I don't think of a higher compliment I can give to anybody. So just take it and go.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Patricia, what are you thinking?
I don't really know. I don't know actors that have your personality. Meaning, so here's what I'm saying behind that. Because, like, Maya Rudolph is a very strong woman.
Mhm.
And that's how I
Mhm.
relate her to you.
Mm.
And I don't think you can find a very strong woman in a man. And that's, like, the number one characteristic that I really want to
Interesting
associate with you.
statement.
A strong woman and a man. I like that.
That's an interesting statement.
That's very nice. Yeah.
So is there
That's a
no
lot.
man strong enough to be a strong woman?
Quite possibly.
Oh shit, this is about to get real deep.
But I do, like, I'm trying to think of, like, because there's a different way that strong women are, like, give
I have an
themselves
answer.
off. What's that?
I have an answer.
Go ahead.
If we can get him to be super, super funny,
Yeah.
I have who could be you.
Huh.
But he has to be really, really funny, and I think like it would be a little bit interesting to see him that way. And I have 2 people:
Okay.
Liam Neeson,
Who?
Liam
Liam
Neeson being
Neeson?
hilarious, and on the same vein, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Have
what
you
a
seen him
hottie.
in Spy? Have you seen him in Spy?
No.
Oh, 1, watch Spy.
Or wait,
2,
yes, I have.
also
yes.
one of the best movies ever made, and he's incredible. And Melissa
With
McCarthy.
I did just watch it recently.
It's incredible because he's like really strong, but just ridiculously
Yeah.
funny and just so
Wow.
good.
I
And
would
I feel like
take that.
Liam Neeson could
Yeah.
also do that, where he's like, I'm mean, I'm this, I'm that, but it's like, actually, I'm also just really funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
I could see that.
So
But
that's what I see for you.
So
You
let's
could
go with
be
Jason Statham for
Spy,
you.
Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, and
That's
I'll be,
true.
I don't know, fucking Rose Byrne being terrible. She's great. Though. No, I don't want to be Rose Byrne. I want to be the one who's too tall with British.
Oh,
With the short hair.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who I want to be.
In God, she's in Love Actually. That one, the
I
the
think
wife
so.
who's cheated on.
No, those are different people.
I
Oh, no, one's Natasha Hendrickson or whatever.
I
her
just
name
thought of my
is.
favorite holiday movie too.
What?
Ay,
Holiday.
yo,
Oh, The
yo.
Holiday with,
Ah,
Cameron Diaz?
Be better.
I
It's a great
love that
movie.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Black is in there.
Yeah, yeah, and
The hot British guy.
who like sleeps with a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
not me though. I wish he did.
I don't know
Anyway.
if you want those diseases.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah. Miranda Hart. That's who I want to be. That's Miranda Hart with the short hair, and she's
I
the
can't
one that's
see.
like, I can save you. Get under my goat. Under my
Oh
coat.
yes.
That's who I
yes,
want to be.
yes,
I don't want
yes.
to be Rose Byrne. I mean,
All right.
well, I love Rose Byrne because she's married to Bobby. Was it Cavanaugh? Well,
All right.
yeah.
So that wraps up our questioning about who you'd want to play you and how they prepare to play you. I think
Strong
that's like
opinions.
great answers for you guys. Great answers for myself.
Good
as
answer.
usual, you know. I was
Should
just kidding.
answer.
So thank you guys for giving us your answers. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast, episode number 20. And it's almost a new year, so I guess you can probably guess what kind of questions we're asking next week. But if you
Maybe.
can't, come listen anyway. We're excited to have you
We're
here.
gonna just be talking about goats.
Yep.
Goats.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, check us out at WTFAQpodcast.com. Follow us on social media, WTFAQ.podcast on Instagram, and email us your questions and your thoughts at hello@WTFAQpodcast.com. We'll see you guys again next week.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Bye.
Bye.